Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on another team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Auburn's offense will have the first possession of the game. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of a defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, David.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
Dropping back, it's Knight. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Thompson. There he goes! Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Oh, better look out! And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Grab near the marker. It's Coleman. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. And it's no good. He missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense has the ball for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
They'll leave it with him. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pulls it in. It's long. Wide open spaces. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Defense is about getting the guy on the ground, holding on for dear life. It's hard, I know, with so much speed on the outside, but you got to get that guy on the ground. When you miss one tackle, next thing you know, all that extra yardage.
Oh, it's picked off. Open spaces. At the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Auburn.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year. Things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room, it's McGowan. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So here comes the Auburn offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He rifles one deep to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. All wideouts, no backs. Dropping back, it's Knight. Good timing on the quick out. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Cobb. Got enough space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Coming out with it, it's Patterson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got to...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Pressure coming. He's going to take off. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Bring in the heat. Makes a connection. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Used a play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. It's a seam wide open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Holds it in. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Is Kentucky offense doing work? They're set up with another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's still running after the move. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Plucks it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points...
Touchdown, Kentucky! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll leave it with the lone back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Knight. Working that left side now. The Tigers will move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
On the option. Look out, he's got room. It's a running room. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. On the move to his left. Catch inside the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this 1st half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now.
Fires one high and deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Now on the option. They'll give it to the back. Across the 45. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. They're trailing by 10 to Duke. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picks up the first down, still moving. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Gets it to him on the screen. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Here's a hit. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got a man. It's McGowan. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Off play action on first down. Fires deep on the run. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this defense has to find more plays. Man, they've given up some big plays, and they haven't played well so far. They've dug themselves a hole. They need some more of these. They need some more stops. Playing the football in the air a little bit better. Don't give up the big plays. Maybe force a few turnovers. This defense has got to get their offense a spark.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Oh, a lot of space. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Turns it on in midfield. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. There he goes. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The option look. He'll toss it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Gonna run it. It's Cobb. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. Auburn's gonna have to send out the punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. He's got great speed. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll move the tight end. Starts the drive trying to go up top. He's got it. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Got it behind the line. It's ball. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Handoff from the gun. Powers through the defender. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
What a huge advantage for an offense to have a tank in the running back. Literally, you have a tank, an armored tank that just, you see people just bing, bing, bounce off of him as he falls forward and just continues to have success.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. A stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we played 3 quarters. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here comes the option. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And here comes the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking for a man. It's Allen. Quick completion on the out route. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. You get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss, then go get extra yards.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hester. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
On the run, it's Robinson. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On the option. Creates a little room. He's loose. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now, with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch, man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Auburn! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
And the returner will be dragged down. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
A little screen to the running back. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard. Before he stopped. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They want that clock to run. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Give to the running back. Fights off a defender. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Allen. They're working that left side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. They go to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Across the 25, he's got room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
On first down, here comes this offense. Takes the handoff. It's McGowan. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. He caught it, and he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll keep it himself. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from it.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.